Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
So the Batman deleted scene featuring the Matt Reeves version of the Joker has officially been released. Before I get into my actual thoughts on the scene itself, I have to say this. After watching the scene, I definitely understand why it was deleted. I think narratively, it would have been distracting to introduce the Joker in this manner. I think it would have taken away from the Riddler and the Penguin, who are both great by the way. But I think anytime you add Joker to the mix, he's automatically going to command a lot of attention. For better or for worse, he is typically a scene stealer to the audience, and I just think it was the best to keep him out of the movie.
That makes sense.
As for the scene itself, it is a pretty familiar Batman meets one of his villains in Arkham type scene. I mean, we've seen this in nearly every single Batman story adaptation up until this point. I guess the general idea behind the scene is that Batman is trying to pull a Silence of the Lambs and get Joker to help him catch or at least understand the thinking of the Riddler. And I actually really like that concept quite a bit, especially when it's stated in this scene that these two already have history together.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot, it's serious!
Which is a somewhat new approach to that relationship cinematically, putting BVS and Suicide Squad aside. The fact that we don't get to actually see the origins of that relationship actually adds some mystique to it. Shout out to Barry Keoghan, by the way, for having the best come up of all time this year. To go from a piece of garbage like the Eternals and then right into the Batman, that, my friends, is making better choices.
That is one big pile of shit.
I also have to say I enjoyed his small sample size of a performance as the Joker as well. He kind of approached it in this soft-spoken, demented way, which I think felt kind of fresh. He's also shown to have some level of intelligence, which the Joker should. The way that he deduces that the Riddler has some kind of personal vendetta, and also saying that he might be a fan of Batman, and both of those things technically end up being true, by the way.
Man, I'm tired of being right.
I also really dug his laugh. He kind of builds up to it throughout the scene, and in typical Joker fashion, the only one who could really make him laugh is Joker himself, and his sick, demented thoughts, of course.
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs.
And then we come to the general design of the character, which is already being hotly debated on social media right now. I've said the whole time that I am okay with Matt Reeves taking some liberties with certain characters and kind of reinventing them as long as he captures the general essence of that character. But I have to be honest, after watching this a couple times, I'm not really sold on the Joker's new look. It is still left a bit mysterious by some clever blurring techniques with the camera, but the design feels a little bit too much like the Gotham TV show to me.
What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in the movie?
Matt Reeves has already stated that his version of the Joker was born with a rare skin disease, and that's why he looks the way that he does. I don't have a problem with that story-wise, but since Heath Ledger's portrayal, which he had actual physical scars on his face to make up his smile, it seems like they've really been leaning into these physical defects aspects of the character.
Because it's all part of the plan.
And I gotta be honest, I was kinda hoping that they would go back to basics, at least a little bit, for this version of the Joker. And of course, that didn't happen. They actually doubled down on all the deformities. It does kind of work for the world that Matt Reeves has created, but it just didn't feel like the Joker to me. At least not as much as I wanted it to. Also, I think it's a bit too soon to introduce a new Joker. I would have been fine with just a tease like we got in the film, but now that they've given us an almost full reveal of the character, now it feels like a confirmation that we are definitely going to be seeing more of this character, and I'm not sure that I'm personally ready for that yet.
Get what you fucking deserve!
I get it, you can't really have the Batman without the Joker. They kind of go hand in hand. But part of me wishes they took a little time to continue to fine-tune the character. Perhaps, if they gave it a little bit more time, then some people might be more inclined to accept a new interpretation. I think the biggest reason that the Riddler and the Penguin worked in the Batman was that we hadn't seen those characters in so long cinematically.
No shit.
But I don't think we'll ever really have that situation with the Joker because it seems like they just can't leave him on the shelf for too long. Maybe seeing the character in an actual movie and in a more definitive way will change my mind, but as of right now, it just didn't excite me in the way that I was expecting it to.
Fuck me, right?
So have you seen the new Joker deleted scene from the Batman? If you have, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Shut up.